Willie D. Live.
And when we're going to get this divorce, we got to divide up this great country of ours. You got to pay us half at least. Because remember, we built this together. And so if you want to send us back, let's tally the toll. Let's add it up. And now, since we can show that you've hidden assets, we need restitution for what you stole and hid in this relationship, in this marriage. And when the judge discovers the truth of you hiding assets, there's penalties. And so, since you promised us 40 acres and a mule after slavery, and you never delivered on that promise, and there was between 3.5 to 4 million black people at that time, it's the same way with a bank loan. When a bank gives you a loan and you fail to pay it back, there's interest plus penalties. And so, if we're going to divorce, we need to add up 500 years of interest plus penalties. And then we can talk about going back. But if America pay us what they owe us in this divorce, we got a right to the whole damn country.
I think that's a great idea, man, and I think we should also, how would we split up the military? Because I want some of that too.
Oh, that ain't hard.
How do we split that up?
That ain't hard.
Because we got to have protection because you know they coming.
That ain't hard, brother. Because we got all the money going with us. All the assets going with us. So all the military assets, we're going to take 90% of that. Oh, okay, we'll be a little generous. We'll take 75%. Leave you a quarter of the assets. We don't need, brother, nothing but justice. See, and that's what they don't want us talking about. That's why they got black folk angry about DEI. The hell with DEI. DEI ain't nothing but affirmative action. And when you research DEI and affirmative action, the number one benefactors of affirmative action have been white females in America. Not black men and women, but we fought for affirmative action. So keep your affirmative action. Keep your DEI. Pay black people reparations. But if you can keep us focused on crumbs and handouts from the government, we'll never ask you for what you rightfully owe us. If you work a job and you know that you got a check coming at the end of the week, don't let him give you 5% of your check every Friday. Let him pay you what he owes you. And we have earned the right to be paid what they've paid everybody else. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going too much longer. To any white person that say black people shouldn't receive reparations, Google this. America paid reparations to slave owners for the loss of their property. America gave free education. The United States government gave free education to the first 2 male generations of that man family and paid them per head and gave them free land for the loss of their property. Hell, the white man was paid reparations for slavery ending and the loss of his property. How can you say to us what we don't deserve? And don't tell me no welfare was our payment. To hell with that. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said welfare only meant farewell, turn the word around, farewell to being an independent, productive people. You're looking for the crumbs that fall from somebody else's table to do for you what you should get up, unite, and do for yourself. So no, we don't need that. Keep your DEI. Keep affirmative action. Let's talk about reparations. Let's put a blue ribbon commission together to add them numbers up.
I would be remiss not to challenge you on that DEI thing, especially considering the fact that I talk to my sister, Teslin Figaro, a lot about things like this, and she is adamant that we need DEI, and we can do 2 things at one time. Because although we only get a small percent of those government contracts, those government contracts that we do get are worth millions and millions of dollars, and they do translate into generational wealth for those black people who are lucky enough to get that small percentage of government contracts. So she's saying that we still need we're going to fight to get more of what we're getting already, but we still need to get that. And we can also continue to do our thing and fight, and grind and build like we've always been doing. So she's saying that, hey, yeah, let's not rely solely on DNI, but let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater either.
And I would say to our sister, I'm sure she's a brilliant black woman, and we need more like her.
She is.
And I'm sure she's in love with black people.
She is.
But I would say to our sister, there's no contractual agreement that we can make with the white man that he's going to honor. Ask the Indians how many contracts he made with them. He broke every damn contract. And now Trump, before he leaves office, is going to destroy and overturn the 1964 Civil Rights Act. He's already doing it. So I say to our sister, we cannot enter into any more contracts with a pathological liar. We cannot enter into any contracts that we can put faith in him that he'll honor his word. We now got to demand what is owed. What we look like begging for DEI when it's reparations that we need for this real repair. Then we sit down and do business as a superior to a superior, not an inferior to a superior. We can no longer beg him to write something down in a treaty. He'll break it. Do you realize DEI was written into law? Hell, Trump came along with Republicans, they just broke it. Do you realize that they're now threatening to stop funding the African American Museum if we don't rewrite the history in that museum? These are the same people that are now cutting funds to any institution that supports affirmative action on any level. And all of that was written into law. Our brothers and sisters on the plantation can tell you how loyal he is to keeping his word. And when you look at everything they're taking back from us that they wrote into law, they never plan to truly honor that. The Bible teaches the wickedly wise will frame and cover mischief with the law. Hell, the minute they think we get comfortable and complacent, hell, they'll rewrite the law and change it.
Do you hate white people?
Of course not.
How is it that you can criticize white people the way you do and not hate them?
I criticize black people just as hard. And I don't hate my own brothers and sisters.
I'm just asking a question, man, because it seems like people can't figure that part out.
And I'll speak to that. There are some brilliant, good white people who don't believe in none of this foolishness. There are some white people who are so sincere about making America just for everybody. And God is using those same white people to do good in this country. What the hell do I look like condemning that man or woman for their skin color when their character, their work, and their behavior is that of a righteous human being? One thing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan taught us, he said, brother, hate consumes the hater as well as the hated. That white man and woman don't control how they're born into the world. But I'm going to be so damn ignorant and immature and spiritually dead, I'm going to hate them for skin pigmentation. It ain't the skin pigmentation I got a problem with. I got a problem with the mindset of white supremacy. I got a problem with the mindset that says you are better for your color and I'm inferior because of mine. I got a problem with the mindset that taught black children for decades that Tarzan ran the jungle. I got a problem with the mindset that you give us a child sitcom and the only black person on it is Buckwheat, who is so damn mentally dead that you make fun of him as a character. I got a problem with white supremacy that tell black women that you should hate yourselves if you wear your natural hair, but go broke financing weave hair. I hate that mindset. So no, I love all God-fearing, righteous white people. But I don't hate for skin color, man, but I hate the mindset that has poisoned certain people.
I ain't got no problem with that. Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the new Black Panther Party.
New Black Panther Nation.
The new Black Panther Nation. How come you said nation instead of party?
Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was handed the reins, my late teacher, of the new Black Panther Party. And after his death, shortly thereafter, I started the new Black Panther Nation. The greatest mistake that we made after Dr. Khalid's transition is the party went away from the manual, which was the Bible of the new Black Panther Party that he left in place. We were like Christians having church without the Bible, Muslims having mosque ceremonies and prayer service without the Holy Quran. There never should have been a deviation or casting away of Brother Khalid's manual. Because when you did away with the manual, you did away with the law.